officially. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So today we have Tree and we have Adam here from the team at ADABoy. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a project that did launch back in 2021. They actually launched on July 28th, starting cap around 6K. So if you have a chance to go and look at their chart now, I mean, if you look at it now from 6K to almost 1.6 million, you guys can obviously imagine the type of growth that these guys have seen. And when we start to jump into their utility and what they're actually planning for the future, I hope you guys are as blown away as I was when I got to have a chance to look at their app and what they're planning for. The use cases that these guys are bringing to the table with this project are quite incredible. I mean, not only do they reward holders in Cardano, but their utility in terms of like their staking, their farming, they have planned. They have NFTs as well in the works, which from seeing in their Telegram channel, I believe are planned for tomorrow. And then as well, their CryptoMatch app, which is the thing personally I can't wait to jump into. That's what I'm most excited to really highlight to everybody today, because I think the concept that these guys are bringing to the table with that is mind-blowing. So, I mean, I really just want to kind of jump into this one with you guys because I'm extremely excited personally to have you walk through that, the app and everything you have planned in your roadmap in a bit more detail as well. Just tell the channel your story, because I think from having that longevity in the market, you guys can touch on so much that people don't even think of. Personally, I didn't even start with Caesar until November, so you guys have outlasted me by like more than double. So, I mean, in and of itself, I think what you guys have brought to the market, your knowledge of the space, is really something that investors should want to connect with. So the floor is yours, but personally, guys, I'm extremely excited to jump in and learn more from you guys today about this one.
Awesome, great. I don't know, Tree, do you want to start off with intros? Do you want me to do intro? What's up?
Go ahead.
All right, I guess I'll just do a little background on myself. I happen to be a retired Marine. Currently, I work, my real job is a market manager for the state of Florida for a very large defense contractor. So I have experience in both the business side of the house and just, getting stuff done. I also have a degree in computer programming. So I bring, I'm the head Solidity dev for ADABoy, and I bring in a lot of different technical expertise to the background of it. As far as the whole team is concerned, there's 5 core dev team members right now. At one point in time, we had upwards of 7 or 8. There's 5 of us right now. Currently, we started ADABoy back in July, as you mentioned. We actually had a token before that was running for about 3 months. Fetus Doge, which is what kind of birthed ADABoy. We airdropped all our old holders of Fetus Doge and came up with ADABoy. So we've actually been a team for close to going on a year now of developers. So we do have a lot of knowledge in the BSC space. We have been around for a while. We've seen everything from every kind of scam. We've seen every kind of shiller. We've seen every kind of anything you can imagine we've seen in the last year. So we've been through it all. We have a lot of experience, and yeah, we're still here. We still plan on being here. We have an LLC. We have CryptoMatch trademarked. So we're here for the long haul, long term, not going anywhere. And as you mentioned, we do have NFT stuff coming up. So I'll get into that later. But that's my backstory. I don't know. Tree can go into his if you'd like.
Yeah, we started the token. I mean, I got a web development background, and I went to school for business management, economics, history, some teaching, but I didn't do that. But we all got together, did the Fetus Doge thing. It was fun. Then we decided to do ADABoy to take our meme, everything we learned with the meme coin into this, but we wanted something serious. So pretty quickly we came up with the idea of CryptoMatch. And then, to keep up with all the changes in crypto, we get staking, NFTs. Adam's been going hard on that. There's 3 other members. Johan, he's in Dubai. He's like a project manager. Squid, or Alex, is doing a lot of marketing. And then we have Jake, who does the graphics, created the NFT images. So that's the basic backstory there.
Yeah, it does all our banners and everything else like that. It's nice to have a graphics designer on hand.
Yep. So the website at first was just this first page. You know, the first website, we actually had to, the guy said it looked too good. So made it more, I made it more
Maybe
meme
scale it
token
back a
like.
little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a rewards token in ADA. When we started, ADA went from, it went up, it was when it went to like 290 or whatever it went to. So it was the optimal rewards token to have. And I think that happened within 2 weeks. You know, rewards tokens were big back then. So typically it's 4% rewards. Where's the tokenomics? 4% rewards, 3% liquidity, 4% marketing. For this week, we cut it down to 8%. Just to, you know, drive volume while the DEX tools button is up. What else? The use cases real quick. You know, ADA rewards, CryptoMatch. We'll get in that real quick pretty soon. And then we got, so right now we have a yield farming partnership through a token called Xhash. So yield farming is up right now. I put a little bit in yesterday. I think it was 676% APY. Adam, did you send the staking?
Yep. The new stake for ADABoy should be live on Xhash sometime today.
Yep. So we got a staking page. If you're unfamiliar, there's all sorts of information on our staking pool. There's a video. You can find the links to the staking pool. You could learn about impermanent loss. You can find the other projects' Telegram links. And then we also have a staking pool for BEP20 ADA, where you just put your ADA in there and wait a while, take it out. And as far as we know, we're the only ones that have a staking pool for BEP20 ADA, because we know the Cardano people love their staking. So that's a good passive, you know, it's additional passive income. You get these rewards in ADA, and then you stake your ADA, and then you get rewards in ADA from your ADA. I got to get used to saying ADA because that's the whole point of the ADABoy. You know? And then what else? Some basic stuff.
What you can see on the website there, we have a lot of info. So we are very open. Like if you come into our chat, have any questions, we are very open. Like I said, we've seen everything. So if we have something that we can teach you, or we have something that we have found, we're gonna throw it up on our website and come in, ask any of our admins. You know, we're very open about everything on this internet and BSC and blockchain area. So we try and get all our info out there and make sure that all of our holders are educated on what they're doing.
Yeah, and their Telegram is, I mean, it's growing recently, but at one point it was 1,700 people and we had 7,000 holders. So I realized I really had to find a new way to keep everyone up to date. And I actually got an email list started. There was just a problem with the CAPTCHA loading on the website. So hopefully that'll get going soon. And yeah, like Adam said, that we've been a community for a long time. So it's almost like a use case right there. Just all the networking, the mods, the community members, they've been around and they can help you, even if it's not really directly ADABoy related. So we are audited by CertIC. It's typically one of the higher scores. It was like 96 for a long time.
Yeah, like you guys have accomplished so much, and like that's what I mean. It's just your project is a project. It's obviously matured and is kind of existing outside of, you know, projects that are typically in Telegram, right? So I don't think the count of your Telegram channel or anything is at all kind of reflective of how many people are aware of what you guys are building either, because you obviously have other social channels, but just the type of audience that you're speaking to with the reflections you're giving in Cardano is obviously a different group, right? So I think obviously with you guys making a push now into more of like the traditional kind of like the Telegram, like that space, with obviously a big investor group with some smart investors obviously backing you from the beginning. It's really exciting because, like, honestly, like I can't wait till we jump into the CryptoMatch app because I think people are going to be blown away with the concept and idea if they haven't already seen it.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. We can jump into that right now too. Yeah, it's the CryptoMatch is pretty great for
Yeah, I
sure.
don't
Like,
think yeah.
I got it up right here in front of me as well, so I'm gonna kind of follow along on my own screen.
So there is
Yeah,
a um this is like a lounge almost. I mean, it's not popping too much yet, but the idea is later when there be more projects opts to have AMAs, we'll post it on the Twitter. We'll put the video on the YouTube, and then we got some resources down here for projects. Talking to a couple launch pads coming. Put them on there so when other projects check the page, they have resources to succeed as well. And then there's the app landing page. So this just gives you the general breakdown. I mean, you can go over it, look at it. It's $500 BUSD to list on CryptoMatch. If the holders hold $10 or more worth of ADABoy, they have unlimited swipes. So there's a nice breakdown there. And then there's more features you could pay more for, like AMAs. And when we get into NFTs, we'll talk about you can actually use our NFTs that come out today. We got 2 different NFTs coming. So some are dropping today at 20 UTC, which is I think in an hour, 3 hours.
Sure.
And those.
What's going to be like on that?
Sorry, I didn't hear your question.
Oh, I was just asking about collection size. How many pieces are you guys dropping in this one?
Well, this one's through our partnership with Swap It, which is another large investment group, and so they one of the guys from Swap It is also one of the marketing managers for Mintable, and so they're going to be dropping sort of like informational NFT packet with some prizes in it for us on Mintable. So just to sort of get us out there to more of the ETH investors, and then to get more of that's sort of the side of the house as far as investors. Because I mean, BSC, everyone pretty much knows about us. Some of the other chains, they know about us, but ETH investors, we're trying to reach out to as well. So with our Swap It partnership, they have a large market place in ETH and on multiple chains, and the fact that he's part of the marketing for Mintable, they decided to go with launching it on Mintable in a couple different trenches, as he calls it, because he's French. So a couple different sets we'll be putting out, and within some of these NFTs, well, obviously there's lots of good information and everything else, and then there's also prizes within the NFTs as well. So that's what's dropping in about 3 hours or so.
And Swap It partners with like medium to larger sized projects. Like they partnered with Shiba Inu back in September. I think Red Fox Labs was the month after that. And then what's the other one? Some real estate NFT company, and they sold, I don't know, Tesla showrooms or something like that. So they partner with large projects. So I think they like us a lot because we're finding smaller projects that recently launched or just launched or are about to launch, and we kind of get them to a larger audience. So we're almost in the trenches for them, for the French guy. But yeah, the other use case of it is later when projects want to go on CryptoMatch, they can opt to airdrop the holders of these NFTs. So, I mean, maybe the project doesn't really go anywhere. Maybe they want to, grow their holders, or maybe it's, a moonshot and you're going to be a lucky winner of, whatever they decide to hand out to however many people. But it's some value to the NFT. And then, you're already getting updates about these new projects being part of the community and having the app. So let's get to the app. It's, the Tinder crypto. I know you guys saw that. Swipe left on on the shady looking projects, the ones that don't look good, and then right on the, gems. So it's pretty basic.
I personally love this. It's like a way to, I mean, everybody's familiar with the concept, but it's a way to personally grow like your own watch list and your own like portfolio. So like I personally absolutely love the idea because like sometimes you don't want to have the time to, go between Telegram and this app and that app and then back between like your charts. But if you can have one area where it's like a fun, engaging place with a community, and you're able to kind of grow a watch list that you can build up from like your couch or wherever you might be, and then translate that into like when you're sitting down to do your research, like go through those. And like it's just such a smart way to start pooling up a portfolio or a watch list. And I really just once you start building into the social side, because everyone's familiar with the concept. So once you get the social aspect going, it's just going to be insane, right? Because you can run so many contests and things within the community, and it's really going to be a fun place to exist, and it brings different social channels together in that sense.
Yep, exactly. And the two target audiences are people that don't really have enough time. Because if you really want to get into crypto and you want to find the projects, you want to research, and you want to not lose money, it takes time. You need to know people that you trust as well. And then the other people don't know how to research projects, and they don't know, channels exist, and they can get this app and at least narrow it down to better than scam, at the least.
Also, there's preferences built in too. So you can select preferences. Like let's say you only want to see the pre-sales because you only like to buy pre-sales, or let's say you hate pre-sales, so you can just turn that option off. So there's all sorts of different things, like you're into rewards tokens, okay? So you turn that option on, and the ones that get shown to you would be the ones that are reward tokens. Or let's say you like reflection tokens. So you can kind of cater your experience as well to see what projects are shown to you, or you can just turn off all the filters and see everything. It just depends on how you like to browse.
Somebody who uses filters, and like, so I'm a gamer and I'll play the sports games, and you go into the marketplace like for HUT and whatever, and I always search by the filters because I find it's the best to get players. And like the one thing that used to frustrate me when I was trying to use pink sales sometimes is when I would go to like the list, I would set my like criteria, and then anytime I hit past like 12 or 13 or something projects, it would reset it. And I was like, why does it always reset? So I love that you guys have that filter aspect, because personally for me, I would take full advantage of that. And I'm somebody who really uses those features. So yeah, like that just makes searching that much easier for everybody. Like that's perfect.
Well, it saves time. If you're an investor who knows what you like, and you know the types of projects that you would be interested in, it'll save you time to just get rid of the stuff that you're not going to be interested in. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
No degens for me.
Yeah, so I don't really like swiping on the computer, but it does work. Kind of, it's more of a drag, but it's a swipe feature. I liked it. Because it looks like Caesar. So maybe there's some value. All right, so then you get more information. You can also click info without swiping, and it brings up a more in-depth profile, right? You can see all the things, all the options they selected, or criteria. You get the little preview summary. I don't know why it's not loading. There should be links. We'll get to this. Basically,
timer is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We know these. The good thing about, we actually knew the devs on the last one too. So most of these are people we just know that want to spread their the word.
That's the other thing too. We don't just let anybody on CryptoMatch. Like we do our due diligence and make sure we're not just putting scams up there. So that's the other good thing too. I'm not saying we do full on audits on all these projects, but we do typically speak with the devs, have conversations, look through their contracts, make sure it's not a honeypot, all those kind of things.
Is it like an audit something you require at least? I mean, I know you guys aren't going to be conducting them, but for a project to get on, do they have to have a pre-existing audit already in place on their contract?
Not necessarily at this stage. If we get larger, it may be to that point where we just want to have pre-audited projects. But currently right now, no, you don't have to have an audit. Like I said, I'm a Solidity dev, so I can take a look at your contract and pretty quick tell what's going on.
a lot of the times there's myself and all of us, we're not just sitting here working on the project. We spend some time looking for other projects as well. So when we see them, we talk to the project, and if it looks good to us, if I'm going to buy it, I'm a couple times I take a risk I don't tell anyone about, but sometimes, it's generally they're vetted pretty well.
I completely, you're speaking my language on that one, because like we do the same thing here. Like we have our boxes we need to check. And I mean, people check, the boxes, and you talk to people beforehand, you get a feel for it. You ask some questions, and like, there is still like that gut feeling to projects and people. And I completely understand where you're coming from on that side of things, because like that's the point also of like AMAs as well. And like you guys get the chance to conduct what I call like personal AMAs, when you get to have private VCs and stuff with the teams and the devs. So, that's the best way to understand and research a project. So the fact that you guys also have been around, and this project's been ongoing for like 6 months, you guys, like you said, you've seen and kind of experienced in the marketplace everything in those 6 months. And you obviously have built up a really strong network. So
yeah. So we do a lot of we also do, just for the background too, a lot of say advisory work for smaller communities as well. So I know I'm advising currently like 7 or 8 tokens myself right now currently. So we do a lot of advisor work for the younger communities and the younger devs, and try and help them out and get their. So we do a lot of that stuff in the background as well. So we are a pretty well-connected group as well. We've been here a long time. Everybody knows us, and I'm fully doxxed. My name's out there. My address is out there. You can find me. I submitted the patent, and the trademark. So, everyone. We have a pretty good reputation. So we have a lot of connections. We advise a lot of different tokens. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and in terms of the audit, the project selects if they have an audit or not. Right now, I think the users know how to go look for it. And part of the upgrade on the mobile apps is that the link will be shown in the audit. There's one here, but it'll be shown on the card, so they can choose to check it before they swipe or not, to keep their liked list clean. So yeah, you guys saw it swipe. You saw the swipe works. The liked projects go on the liked projects list. And this is where, the categorization helps. So later you can check, maybe you get paid. You're like, oh, which projects did I like? And you just come on here and they're all organized. The telegrams can get kind of crazy. Then to show the preferences, the undo blacklist resets it. So you could swipe through them all again. If you're like a habit swiper or something. You can set your preferences here. So let's just turn them off.
As you can see there, we have quite a few different little
turn that off.
preferences you can add in there.
That's so much customization.
Fine-tune your search.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And we did add more for mobile app development. So yeah, like if you only want to see, audits. You guys get the picture. I'm not going to go through click on them all, but let's go back to the swipes. So then it'll only show those features. And then on the other side of it is the projects, because you got 2 sides here. You got this, I was talking about new people and people that don't have time. In the next year, how many new people do you think there will be in crypto? So we're basically living on BSC right now. There's some ETH projects that list, but that's the audience. But, let's say 1 million more people start investing in crypto in the next year. And there's this thing called CryptoMatch, and they're going to see projects that they never would have found on Coinbase or even Binance. So this is a way to kind of jump ahead. So on the other end of that is the projects that want to find those people. And Oh, this is my viewing, my testing, and the one I share on screen account. There's like very little ADABoy in there, but you would see a list to post your project. You fill out a form and pay the 500 BUSD. We check the Telegram, and then we check that you paid, and then you get listed.
So developers can list their own projects before it gets actually put onto the app though. And we're working towards the Android and iOS downloadable app that should be ready in hopefully a couple of months. And once that happens, what we'll have is there'll be a bunch more different options in here. But there's also going to be a project manager dashboard as well that will go in there, so you can do stuff like promote your project or hold different contests within the app. There'll be a lot more stuff added to the app once we actually get to the Android and iOS app downloadable. So there'll be a lot more features for both the user and the actual project owners built into that final app as well.
Correct. We want to get like a gaming. The term is gamify. So where you get, for all the right swipes, you collect points or something. And then on the other side of that is trending. It's going to be a big thing, especially when the app blows up. I mean, we all know what CMC trending does. So people can list on here before CMC, get their community to get the most right swipes for the day. And, I don't know if they'll show up at the top or when you load the page, but you will have like 3 to 5 trending projects for that day. And then Swap It is also interested in taking 3 to 5 projects a week and then sharing them to their community, which is just a whole nother level of, exposure. They do weekly meetings. So, they would brief their thousands of people on those 5 projects real quick. So there's different levels to listing on CryptoMatch.
Yep. Yeah. So this CryptoMatch app is we're at like version 1.5. So it's pretty awesome right now. It's only going to get better. We're going to introduce a whole bunch of analytical stuff too for the projects. All sorts of stuff is going to be added into the actual downloadable app. So it's only going to get better from here. It's already pretty awesome, but it's going to get a lot better. I have a lot more tools.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the market cap either. I noticed the dashboard was we have a dashboard, a rewards dashboard, which I don't know. Do you want to break the news on that yet, Adam? Or
sure. Yeah, we're gonna get this updated. This should be updated within the next day or two.
Okay.
But this is what it currently is. But we're gonna get an upgrade to bring it more into our more professional looking design of our website, and our new dashboard will also hold our new NFT staking platform, which we're going to come out with, and it will have a whole bunch of other features built right into the dashboard. So it'll be a one-stop shop for all your ADABoy stuff.
Yeah, it'll be similar. I don't know what's up with the API or blockchain or something. Something's going on, but this one's kind of clunky in general. But the next one looks just like the website. And like he said, you'll get there will be more features to see about your rewards balances or your balances of rewards in ADABoy.
There'll be a claim button, which has been asked for a while. So we'll have an actual manual claim button on there. It'll have all the staking will be right in there in your dashboard to be able to monitor all that. Everything will be right there at your fingertips in the new version coming out here in the next day or two.
Yep. So one-stop DApp, except for CryptoMatch. I think that's about it.
So I guess I can go into if there's any questions to match, and then I also NFT stuff we're coming out with too here.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions on CryptoMatch specifically, we could definitely open that up right now before we get into the second half, if that's cool with you guys. Because
sure.
This is for me really, once I saw this concept, it really kind of blew me away, and I think this is what will allow people from the real world to come in and connect, because it's such a such a known idea, but it's such a cool spin on it into a space that is trying to grow from an education standpoint. And I think like bridging the gap between the two is huge. And I love how you mentioned you kind of obviously are primarily on BSC, but you do have some ETH projects who have launched out. And it's kind of similar to us on our channel as well. Like obviously the primary audience is BSC right now. Adoption into other chains is obviously going to be a little bit slower over time. But it's kind of funny how you mentioned that because it's very similar to the setup that we run here as well. Anybody
Yeah,
with a question, definitely throw your hands up or drop it in the comment section. I'm watching right now.
just real quick I don't know if you guys know Bumble, which is like Tinder, but the girls start the conversations. That the CEO was one of the first, I think she was the first female billionaire under 25 or something like that. So just imagine if this thing goes, how far it could go in, the future of crypto.
The end goal is that if you find the next project, download the CryptoMatch app and you can go there. That's the end goal. So our end goal here is to be the spot to come find your next crypto project across all chains, blockchains, and that's what we're headed with this.
Sure. Exactly. Want to take a few questions about CryptoMatch specifically, please?
Of course, if you guys got questions, don't hesitate to throw your hands up now. I'll get you guys in. I'm running some trivia as well in the comments section about the app. So hopefully some people get that right as well. Ask what can you access from the top right corner when you're looking at the project on the CryptoMatch app. So hopefully those people can get it right in the comments section as well. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys have questions, get those hands up. I mean, I just think right now, personally, if I was listening, like, it's just gonna, like you guys said, personally, like what you guys are building is a social platform, and like any other social platform over time, it's a essentially network effects is what will allow this to take off. So it's just a matter of time with projects like this. We got Chris here with his hand up. Chris in here for a question. Chris, how's it going today?
Yeah, thank you, Maurice. So on the website, I checked the future. ADABoy has many partnerships and a vast array of ideas for the future. Many are new ideas on BSC and in crypto in general. These ideas are better off left unshared. I just wanted to ask, are they ready to be shared now?
No, they're not. They're actually a long term when the app is farther, the mobile apps are out. It's just something I would be afraid someone's gonna steal. It sounds like some garbage I put on there to make the project sound good, but no, we're just not really ready to share that. It has to do with expanding deeper, mass adoption. Mass adoption, basically.
Wow. Okay then.
Thanks for the question.
Thank
you. Okay. Thanks, Chris. If anybody else has questions, definitely don't hesitate to get those.
That is also one of the reasons why we went ahead and trademarked it, made an LLC and all that other stuff. So it's protect the investment that's coming up. So like I said, we have big plans for this, and so we want to make sure we had all the legalese done and taken care of, so that as we move forward with this, it can remain in our control. All right. So any more CryptoMatch? Not. I can go into the NFT stuff we're coming out with.
I think everyone's just excited to see the adoption. I know I am. I honestly can't wait. Like the more, like you said, the more projects you have on there, the more people will jump on there. Communities will go in there to help upvote their projects, especially with the really active ones. And those projects you often know are the ones that make the most noise. And like if they're in there and they're talking about it, it might catch on Twitter or something like that. And then you never know, right? Like that's for me, like my background from school was marketing, and I think what you guys are building out just is incredible. Like it just has so much potential, like the concept, because it's a known concept. People understand how to interact with that type of technology, but you're bringing it to a space that is growing by the second, and the fact that you're going to try and focus as well on education is huge. So, I mean, yeah, like it's massive. You guys only have like, what is it, around 1,700, and you still have over 7,000 holders in the project. So I think you guys definitely exist outside of the traditional Telegram or social channels needed for a crypto project. And I think once you bridge and bring some of those communities into your own app, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
and it's mostly long
takes a lot to
stuff.
get 1,000 holders and only 1,700 Telegram. It takes a lot for reach. You know, people find us not through Telegram. People,
Yeah, it's like word of mouth. It's like,
web.
hey man, I
We're
got
all over
into
the
this
web.
project. Like, you should buy it.
Yeah, we
have
had to do a lot of
really
Twitter
good
work.
CEO expert, SEO optimization. You know, so we got a lot of investors from all the extra we put in the background to make sure that our project reaches as many different ways as possible.
It was nice to see that too, because it pushed us to expand out of Telegram, which is the whole goal of the app. And I didn't mention that, but imagine when the notifications, you know, when it's on mobile and you get a notification of a new listing. It's focused more towards long-term projects, but there'll be some hype about notifications when there's 100,000 users or whatever. Which I'm not going to say tomorrow, but you know, eventually that's the goal.
Of course. And there'll be a lot more social interaction in downloadable too. So bring social.
Yeah, you'll be able to like bring communities together, and like, I mean, you could even run contests through the app against like community versus community. Like whoever's community gets the most like votes,
absolutely,
wins something, and then like they're gonna promote it in their own like social channels, and then that's just gonna, you know, right? It's gonna be like a funneling effect. Back to your app over time. The more projects you can get in and having kind of that engagement with, it just will funnel people back to you organically over time, right? So that will save you even on like having to spend as much on marketing, and you can put more things into development. And yeah, like it's exciting. So we got some more hands up, so I'll stop talking. I'll pass it over to say Mary, Frank, and Theo here. Hey, Mary, how's it going?
Hey, Maurice. Hello, guys. I have a question, and maybe you already answered this, but on your app, are you going to have tokens from all over, from different blockchains, or is it mostly, BSC, smart chain?
Currently it's BSC mostly. We do have some ETH program or projects on there. We do have maybe one or two NFT projects, but yes, the main goal is to have, you know, Solana projects on there, Polkadot projects on there, Fix on there. You know, every blockchain. It's not
everyone.
BSC
Okay.
specific. It just happens to be where we this is kind of where we grew up. So this is, you know, the first projects that are finding out about it. But yeah, we would like to expand through every blockchain, of course.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, we requested more options as far as blockchains, any major ones with smart contracts for the preference section. And then there's just the other one, and you could fill in the blank. So we are hoping to get more projects soon. Also, we were hoping to get on Cardano early, but they're taking their sweet time with that. So
yeah, soon maybe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks so much, Mary. Great question as well. So we have up here, we'll get Theo in. Theo, how's it going? And then we got Frank.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Theo, how's your day been?
I'm great. How was yours?
How's it going?
Bad, not too bad.
Okay. Just jumping in from Mary, what Mary asked. You said all blockchains, but I want to know for example, me, if I want to just look at projects that are coming out now, maybe BSC. Is there a way I can actually set it just to BSC, like just specifically on BSC?
Yeah, that would. So
I believe there's a preference in there for that.
you could turn off. I mean, right now it just has.
Shortly.
Yeah, I mean, it just has ERC20 and BSC now, but you could just turn off the other stuff and only have BSC on. So later when it says Avalanche,
and only
yeah, you just turn those ones off.
Yeah, like that. As this progresses, and definitely when it hits mobile, we'll have all the different blockchains there. And if you don't want a different chain, just turn those blockchains off and just have the blockchain you would like to see projects from, and that's what will show up.
You can see it's kind of more formatted for a phone
yes, you
too.
can look at BSC.
It'll be exciting once you get all the app released as well. I know you guys. When was the official release date on the CryptoMatch?
V1 launched what? 3 months ago, maybe.
I think it was
3 now.
September, because we wanted
September,
1.5.
October.
Yeah, I think 1.5 was like mid-November or something. And then we started looking at mobile development.
Yeah, and like that's exactly it.
Yeah,
like,
so the version was done in November. Yeah, latest version of the DApp was done in November. It was an upgrade from the earlier version done in September, and then the next version will be our mobile downloadable app. Yep.
Yeah, and there's not really. I don't see anywhere where it's going to stop as far as what the app's going to do. And even Maurice is over here, thinking up all of his own ideas for it too. And when I'm in other projects, if I come up with ideas how to expand them, I get pretty bullish.
Yeah, that's kind of. I always try and think it back to like the real world, and like considering this is something like geared towards like it's marketable in itself, but it's also geared towards marketing because it's a social tool, right? So it's a social tool that involves crypto, and it's a technology and a concept that people have been growing towards and understanding for years. So, I mean, it's a really like that's what I mean. It's a very unique concept, and that's why I was so excited to have you guys on, because not only is it very unique, but like you guys as a project have also been in existence for 6 months. So like you clearly have carved out a path in the space without the full version of it even being like utilized. It's kind of like, early stages of other social tools. They exist on one platform until they get to that next level. And I think it's normally once they get to that next level is when they have that mass adoption start to get easier. So, I mean, everybody here still is obviously super early in this. So it's a great, exciting project to hear about. I mean, I see the real world potential myself. So hopefully that everybody listening as well can kind of connect the dots. I mean, I never give financial advice or anything. I always like to have people do their research, but these AMAs I think are the best form of research because you can ask questions, and maybe some things that you don't think of maybe are brought up, and things that sometimes I don't think of or I wasn't even looking about, you'll mention, or a member of the community will bring up in a question. It just kind of like turns a light on, right? So it's always exciting when that can happen.
Definitely. And you were talking about marketing the app. We're actually trying to keep actual crypto out of the mobile apps just because of iOS and for marketing purposes, so we can freely market it, make it easier. And then, after that's developed, we're talking about expanding the web version so you could actually plug in your wallet, maybe buy stuff and right on there eventually.
I'm sorry, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say just sorry. I don't know, my network here is literally having problem. Thanks. I'm actually good with the answer you gave me. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thanks to you.
Thanks for the question.
Good luck on your project, and I wish you guys success.
Thank you.
Thank you, Theo. So we have Frank here up next. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Hey, Frank, you there?
Frank, are you with us?
Yeah, it's normal. I think he normally has a bit of a delay.
Gotcha.
Yo, Good evening, guys. Thanks, Maurice, for this opportunity once more to speak on this MA section. So yeah, you said a lot of cool stuff, and well, we all know that the ADA coin, the ADA project has been in the space since 2021. So my question is simply, what is the different initiative, different plan, different strategy you have to market this project in this new crossover year 2022? I want to be clear about the strategies you have to make it more successful than it was.
Well, it's only
Kind
gonna
of take that one. Obviously, go Tree. You can go for it.
the only limit to the app is how many people are investing in crypto. So as crypto grows, it's going to grow. Specifically for the project, I mean, we got the DEX tools button right now. We got two more AMAs set up, and I'm looking for more. Quality call channels, AMA lounges, and then we're gonna be switching to NFT mode. Which I don't even think, Adam, we got to get to that real quick about the other ones, but that'll kind of carry us through development of the app, and then that's really when the huge marketing comes. More listings, wherever you can market something, we can market the app. Basically, the money will be spent there.
Yeah, and I can go into the NFT stuff too, because it will eventually encompass CryptoMatch as well. So currently, what we're trying to get off the ground here, and it should be ready within the next day or two, is NFT staking. So we're gonna have a 5K collection coming out, done by our own artist, one of our own devs, Red, and so he's our graphic artist. He put together a collection, and so we will be releasing 5,000 of them on BSC through our DApp, and they'll be able to be staked for an ADABoy. As well as another project that we have is relaunching within 2 days, and those same NFTs will also be able to stake in that pool for that new project. And what we'd like to do is offer up this platform to any of our CryptoMatch members who would like NFT set going and a staking pool based on NFT staking. So we'd like to grow our stake platform to encompass all of our CryptoMatch projects as well. So it'll be another we offer as well as that app. So we're constantly trying to grow uses for CryptoMatch and the ways to involve projects that are involved in CryptoMatch with ADABoy, and just kind of cross-pollinate all those different projects.
And
so
that's
how we plan on expanding with inside the crypto world.
And then if you go to the app, right, you got cards there, project cards. All right, you ever go on OpenSea, or you ever try to find sandbox land on there? Like it's almost impossible. You either got to go through the map or filter through all these almost random selections. Instead, you can go on CryptoMatch and, this NFT, no. This NFT, yeah, I'll check that one. And you just start flipping through these NFTs, right? And then, the swipe happy people are really going to be happy. Sorry to change up the format, but there's just a lot to talk about.
I love it. Like
of course.
that's what I mean. Like you guys have so much depth to the project and so many different use cases that you're bringing forward, right? Like sometimes projects have one. You guys have not only your primary use case, is what you launched the token with, being like the reflections in ADA and Cardano, and then also like the staking, the farming, the NFTs, the app itself, marketability of that, the social side of things, and just like there's so many different things that you guys are bringing to the market with this project that, I mean, sometimes projects hit one or two of these milestones and it's like, okay, big pat on the back, let's go. And you guys have just continuously pushing on the development side. I know from being in the Telegram and talking to different members of the team, like that's the key focus of both of you guys is development, and development first, and making sure that is the kind of the shining star of the project.
Well, I've found that there are a couple different kinds of development teams, right? You've got the development teams that they set out for one goal in mind, then they hit that goal, they moonshot that token, and then that project dies. They've had their one goal, they hit it, and then they let the project kind of slowly die off. Well, we took a different route, and we said, okay, we hit one milestone, very good. Now let's go for the next milestone, the next milestone, the next milestone. So instead of just getting a token up to a certain market cap, then just letting it die, then relaunching a new token, then doing the same thing, you know, these serial launchers, right? We decided to take our good, solid foundation project and just build on that, because crypto world changes. It's kind of like the early .com bubble, right? Right now, it's kind of where you're at with crypto, NFTs, all that kind of stuff. It's the first early adopters are getting into it right now, and it's not really mass adopted. It's getting there, on the fringes, not quite there. So we figure, let's just keep building on this great foundation we have, and just keep developing new products, new use cases, and new things for our project. There's no reason to keep starting new projects. It drives me mad when people do that. You have a good project, you have a good idea, we're sticking with it, we're here for the long term. This is our baby. We are here forever. That's just the way our mindset is in our dev team. Constantly developing, how can we make it better? You know, we're not looking for starting new projects. We're looking for how can we make our project better.
I hate launches. You get the hype, and then you just get like hours of FUD, and you're just sitting there waiting to buy the dip, and it's like, this is a headache, man. So, and then when you're on the project side, it's light years more work. So, I do not like launching. I'm with Adam.
That's what I always say to people too. Is it's like people from the investment side get an opportunity sometimes on pre-sales or whitelist to get into a coin early. They forget, like, on the back end, the team's been working on this sometimes for like a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, who knows, right? And they come in, sometimes people don't even get whitelist spots, and it's a hype launch, and then they get mad and just FUD it to try and get themselves a better price after launch. It's like that mentality is so, it's the projects who lose every time. And like, if you care about the project that much and want a spot that badly that you're willing to do that, like, it's just, I don't understand that mentality side of it, but I mean, it happens every day. So I get why you guys on the project side don't like the launch as well.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's best for your community and your holders too. I mean, you don't want to constantly be doing that. I mean, we've had very loyal community for a very long time, and we try and do everything we do. We try and look out for our investors and our community first. This is not a money grab project. This is nothing like that. Like I said, we're fully doxxed. You know where I live. You can look me up. I'm here to do something I like. I thoroughly enjoy crypto. I thoroughly enjoy computer programming. I thoroughly enjoy this whole space. I met a lot of great people here, and this is really my passion. So for me, this is not something that I take lightly. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished, and I just can't wait for us to grow even more past this.
I'm excited as well for you guys. And yeah, like I said, it's just it's kind of a time factor with these projects, right? So, I mean, I know people do sometimes get impatient, and you guys are also delivering those additional use cases for people to kind of come into the project and engage with right off the bat, right? So, I mean, we talked about, obviously, a lot about CryptoMatch being that I really think that this is kind of a driving factor in what's going to allow adoption for this to really, really grow. But then you also have, like you touched on, you have those NFTs coming up. You have some amazing partnerships that you already have lined up for the NFTs. And then you have your farming, your staking, and then so much more to come in the future in terms of like what you're going to be able to build into the app and what that might be able to allow the ecosystem to turn into. So, like, I don't know if there's any other, I mean, there's obviously going to be a couple technical things we might have not covered. So I wanted to ask you that as well. If there's anything you normally will go over. We didn't do a ton on like marketing, but I mean, you guys obviously have the channels. You wouldn't be around for 6 months still existing at the cap you're at if you didn't have marketing and didn't have a strong community to help support you and keep you steady. So I didn't really go over that too much, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything from your end that you normally like to cover off for the community or for new people to come in and learn, because
Well, actually, we just hired a marketing agency this week. So we hired an outside marketing agency that we're working with this week. So for more help for marketing. We brought on 2 advisors about a month ago. So we have an advisory board, and these are people that have been in the crypto world since 2010, 2012. A lot of connections all over the world. They're into sponsoring F1 Formula racing teams, Premier League soccer teams, all sorts of different things. So we have connections with one of the largest cryptocurrency advertisers in the world. So we've gained a lot of high power connections, and you're going to really see those come through for us in the next 6 months to a year when this really matures.
Yeah, it's just about the community too. You know, a lot of channels, it's like a 45-minute, maybe 3-hour thing for them, especially the real small channels. They're looking for, you know, a quick buck in 45 minutes. Our holders, I mean, it looks like throughout the months, it looked like BNB and BTC rugged basically. And we look at our chart and we look around BSC, and it just wasn't, it was, you know, not the best looking chart, but comparatively it was the best looking chart a lot of the time. So something that I see when this finally takes off is you're not, you know, the holders are the ones using the app. So you're not, if you have a project, you're not advertising to like pump and dump mentality. You're advertising to diamond hands who prove themselves over months. So I love the community.
Yeah, we got a great community at ADABoy. Very strong diamond hands.
That's what you need, because like you said, I mean, when I started in November, first BNB were like, I don't know, 640 or something around there at one point. And then it's like down to the 300s at one point. So, I mean, there's been quite the swing in even a short period of time, right? So, I've seen a number of projects that look long term just kind of turned to dust over the time. And the fact that you guys have held, I mean, from a 6K cap to where you guys are sitting, anybody who got in early, or even like the first, I don't know, like anybody who got in early, or any of the dips that would have happened off the sell off or anything, like the fact that you've grown that much and are still holding that floor, like that just speaks volumes. Because when the dip's down, people were selling to mitigate losses in other places, and the fact that you guys held that stable floor is super impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, it was about 1500x at one point. So it'll be nice when we 10x that or whatever.
Okay,
over the next year.
About 8 mil, I guess.
Yeah, I think it just
that was our all-time high. Hit about.
Is that good math, or is that bad math? I don't really know.
No, it's good math. Yeah, that was right about where we hit 8 mil, right around 8 mil range.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
So like 1300 something.
Oh.
I thought it was 9 mil. Either way, it was nice.
We might have been up to 9 mil. It was nice. Yeah, we'll get back there. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, look at that utility that you guys have. I can't wait, like, especially once it hits the mobile version, like your version 3, and it can just be so easily used in everybody's hands, because that opens it up to different parts of the world as well, right? Because obviously connections and usage or financial accessibility of certain devices globally varies, but in terms of mobile access, I think that is something that's a lot more common around the globe. So once that's available, it just opens up the door. Just
everyone has a cell phone.
Right? Exactly.
Everyone has a smartphone. Not everyone has a computer. Everyone's got a smartphone. Everyone knows how to use apps. I mean, we're just trying to make crypto relatable to everyone else who knows how to use a smartphone, right? You may not know how to use crypto, but if you know how to use a smartphone, we want to make crypto just that easy.
Oh, Mary's got her hand up. I think she's got another question. Hey, Mary, how's it going?
Hi, yes, I do. Sorry. I had a follow-up question on my previous question. So
go for it.
If I know projects that wants to list on your app and are not from BSC Smart Chain, Binance Smart Chain, is it possible for them already now to list? Because you showed earlier these buttons you can choose which one to choose or search for.
Right, absolutely. We'll take any project from any chain,
cool.
and if we need to update our preferences to add that chain, we can do that too.
All right. So how much is it for a project to list on your, or is that
list just $500 flat to list?
Okay.
So
Cool.
500 BUSD, whatever.
And do you have some banners or something that you can use and show people or show devs?
What we do is for listings, we'll do a banner. We'll pin it in all our channels. We'll tweet it out. We'll do all that kind of stuff to promote that new listing as well. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Also, the CryptoMatch page has CryptoMatch specific socials on there. So if you want that Twitter, the YouTube's the same. But if you want to find the CryptoMatch Telegram, just go to the CryptoMatch page of the website. And that's the one we use to answer questions about listings and CryptoMatch specific questions.
Okay. So, well, I meant something that you can shill your product with to other tokens that might want to list.
There is stuff. It's probably in the Telegram, and I could ask Red and Johan.
Okay, cool.
Because they make all that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, we have in-house graphic design. So if we need to come up with a banner real quick, or if we need to do something like that, we can go ahead and produce all that stuff very, very easily.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. That would help a lot to have more of that stuff.
And yeah, if you guys got projects that may want to be listed or whatever else, just go ahead and reach out to any of us, and we'll try and hook it up. We're definitely open to any types of projects, whether it be NFT, ETH based, the new Chronos, whatever. Just reach out to us, and we'll get that listing started.
Thanks so much for the questions, Mary. So
Yep,
we have Brent here. We'll get him maybe for the last question, and we'll do the trivia. And then you mentioned you have the first batch of those NFTs coming up at 2000 or and I suck at UTC to 8 o'clock. Would that be what it is? 8 p.m. UTC? Is that what 2000 is?
Yeah, the mintable swap it NFTs. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I hear military time and then the time zone difference. I'm like, man, I'm gonna mess this up. I better ask the team to make sure.
I think that's right now, right? They should have dropped.
They may have been live on Mintable right now. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Do we have a link to go check it out?
So there wasn't a mintable link up yet, but on the NFT page, there's a button ready. All I got to do is add in the href and then the address, and it'll be there.
Better get on that, there, web designer.
Yeah, we'll put that last question in here so you guys can take care of that. Sorry, boys.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. We're good.
Brian, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. I just have a question. My question is, for other projects you guys will be launching on your platform, how does it benefit your holders?
Well, for instance, they get first knowledge, right? If they're using the app, they get the knowledge of the projects that are coming up. For the projects that would like to join in on our NFT thing, one of the cool thing is with our NFT. Go ahead.
Also, the listing money gets sent to the marketing wallet specifically for marketing. If you get an AMA, and as that aspect grows, we're going to use that for other stuff, pay future employees and advertise specifically for CryptoMatch. Right.
Those listing fees go into the CryptoMatch and ADABoy coffers, and we use that for marketing and everything else. This is not some sort of money grab. we use all those funds to make our project bigger and to develop new use cases and stuff like that. So all that money is going towards marketing and development. And for instance, like with the different projects that list on CryptoMatch, we try and involve them in anything we're doing. So let's say we have a partnership with our liquidity farming and staking pools. We offer those up to the different projects on CryptoMatch as well. So we like to interconnect all our different projects. So just listing your project on CryptoMatch will get you in touch with our network, right? That's the other bonus too. So your projects benefit from CryptoMatch for just the advertising, and they also get to tap into us. And after being around for a year, we have a lot of contacts and a lot of different things that we can help out other projects. And that also helps ADABoy holders out because it shows those other projects just how reliable the ADABoy team is. And 10 times out of 10 chances we get investors into ADABoy out of these projects that list on CryptoMatch. So it also draws more people into our actual token as well as an added benefit.
All right. Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Brent. So, guys, I wanted to obviously just again say, like, I'm really amazed by the concept you guys are bringing to the market with this. And I mean, we've said it a few times, but it's true. You've said it on your side. I've said it on my side. It's just the amount. It's a numbers game, right? It's the more people you get in the app, the more people come into crypto, the more projects you get on the app as well, the more communities you can have engaging will just accelerate things. So it's really, really, really exciting. I think obviously with where you guys have been, where you guys are hoping to go, it's still an amazing time for everybody to get in. I mean, if you look at any of the values or market caps of these major social apps that exist in real life, like you can just kind of correlate that to crypto. Like there is a huge potential just in terms of market value and the utilization of this concept into crypto, right? So just keep that in mind. And I just wanted to say to the guys on the team, like I really had an amazing time learning about the project more because it was a concept that I obviously really connected with, but just having you guys walk us through the UI and the platform itself and having you guys talk about the project and obviously listening to your background and everything you've endured with this one, it's extremely impressive. So I wish you guys nothing but the best on this. And I can't wait to see what the effects will be like once more people and more projects jump on board.
Well, we really appreciate you having us here. We really enjoyed this, and hopefully we answered any questions that we had. And if there's any other questions that happen, just jump in our telly, man. We'll answer anything. Like I said, we're there to give you the information. We're not there to hide anything from you. We're very open. We're very helpful. Just come on in our telly.
Yeah, we didn't get to the community page. No big deal. You can find all the links there, all the socials. The various, like we have different languages. If you want to find a specific language, Portuguese, Spanish, Filipino, head there. Other than that, thank you for your time. And thanks, Maurice and Caesar's Calls. It's been great.
Yeah, we're going to run some trivia and stuff like that, guys. So, I mean, I know you guys just have some stuff to handle on the back end. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to stick around for the trivia, but I did want to just give you guys a nice salute because I do love the project and the concept is really amazing. Like there's so many, like I said, like, I mean, on your website right now, you have 4 use cases listed, but I mean, the biggest use case and the biggest thing that excites me is not even talked about, which is like the real world side of things, like what you guys could build to, because like it's a social platform. And I mean, you guys have seen over time, look at the major ones that have developed in the world. It takes not just a month or 2, not just sometimes 6 months, not even a year. It takes time. It does take time. And I mean, these guys are clearly willing to put in the time. So just really think about that when you're when you're looking at other projects that come into the space, and look at other projects as well, because like 6 months is no small feat. And I honestly don't have words for this one, guys. Like this concept into crypto, like when it happens, it could be huge. I don't know how to really summarize it.
Appreciate the kind words, and that's kind of how we feel too. We just can't wait to see where this goes. It's just only up from here. This is just the very, very beginning.
It's like exactly. It's a perfect time. So it's like if you guys understand that it is something that will take time. It's something that's based on numbers. But if you guys believe or get the concept, and this is still an early time to jump in. So that's how I'll kind of leave the recording. I'll send that over to you guys, and I'm going to run the trivia and stuff after the recording's done offline. So you guys can stick around for that. We're going to do some random giveaways, some trivia, and it's going to be kind of related to the project and then random as well. So I'll get the recording over to